Hello and welcome to this weekly outlook. This is All Stars Aligned Trading and basically swing trading, supply and demand is a journey. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time. And let's get into the market. Let's get into the weekly outlook. On your screen, this is the Russell because my swing trading, I trade a lot of things from currencies to go to metals, which is gold, to indices, a lot of things, including stocks. So we'll be looking at everything today. And I'm not just doing my trading on demo account, I'm also trading with a 45k account that I've made some payouts on basically. So that's basically introduction to the video. So if you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe and let's get into what we have today. So for us, I was waiting for the trade at this particular level here, but we didn't get here because the market got filled from this wider version. And I'm trying to stick to having my risks to reward being higher. So that might mean me missing out on some trades, but then the ones I eventually get would tend to have a higher risk to reward potential. So that's for Russell on the daily time frame. This is a 3 hour time frame. I will go back to the daily time frame so that I'll show you the new level I actually have in mind for this new week, which is the week that the Monday that starts with 17th August 2026. So this is the level I actually have in mind on Russell in case we get a retracement. So whenever we get a retracement to this rally level, I would be looking to take an entry from here. And on my campus fund, that would mean me taking the trade on IWM, which is the Russell ETF. So when the market opens, we'll be placing the entry like this. 30% of the zone is going to be our risk, and my target starts from 1 to 2, and then we can get to 1 to 4 and so forth. So as of 1 to 2, we can trail our stop to break even, and depending on the momentum in the market, we can still target a 1 to 4 risk to reward profile, and that is on the Russell. So that's the first trade I'm looking to take this week. Now on the other indices, Nasdaq is running away. We still have a demand level below, so if we should get any retracement into this demand level, I might be taking this entry. So second trade idea for the new week on Nasdaq. So on your own CFD, you can take the trade on your own end. That's Nasdaq. And next on our list, I don't think I have anything doing with Dow Jones or the S&P 500. S&P 500 has this rally-based rally level, which is the only cleanest level I can actually pay attention to right now. But just for the sake of previous bad experiences with the market stopping you out and then moving in your direction, this is what I'll be covering to cover for this level below. So this is likely what my trade will be looking like on the S&P 500 if you should get any retracement. And I know by now you would notice a pattern that most of my trades are just waiting for retracement after an impulsive move, clear institutional move on the daily time frame, because for a market to move and create big candles on the daily time frame, it's only the banks that can cause such move. We, the normal retail traders, we cannot create such moves in the market. It's only caused by the institutions, and that is why it's important to pay attention to these levels and trade off them whenever the market retreats back to those levels. So I think that's all for the indices. Now, on the other side of things, I'm looking at Euro. I already have a pending order to sell the euro by when the market opens. And Canadian dollar, I tried getting into this new trend change multiple times, but the markets just didn't get into my zone for entry. And see how the market has just been going very, very well. But I don't want to be crying over that. Time has gone. So this is the trade I actually have on the euro. This is what it's looking like on the futures, but then you can check the CFD. So this is the level of impulse where clear institutional activity here, and now we're coming back to that level, and then I'm just covering above. So from the previous weekly outlooks, you guys are already familiar, and we've had this trade idea since way around here before. This market has been climbing up slowly, and we might get filled next week. Then aside the euro, another thing that I'm looking at is also the Australian dollar. Let me just bring up all the trades I have for next week. Let me bring them up so they would be close to each other. So the Australian dollar is also a trade I have in mind, and also a trade idea from Brent Skupinski. So we'll see how this goes. So this is still the same thing, impulsive move to the downside, and then still covering for the level above. Then the New Zealand dollar, similar idea, but it's clearer. There's no level on the daily time frame. There's just a rally and a drop, no base. But then if you should go down to the lower time frame, specifically the 4 hour time frame, you would find a level where you can take your entry from a fresh level. So this is actually the level here. It's clear out the CFD. On the futures, you might be looking at this point and then covering the entire zone just in case the market creeps up more. I'll be showing you what it looks like on the CFD pretty soon. So that's all. That's Swiss franc, Australian dollar, and Swiss franc, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the euro. Swiss franc is still this level here after this impulsive move to the upside recently. Waiting for this retracement and would see and would enter, because aside just technical analysis for the Swiss franc, there have been recent from the recent COT report. Recent COT reports and even on the monthly time frame, you would observe that the institutions were never this bullish since the last time the institutions were this bullish was 2025 January, and also call it November 2024. And each of those times we saw the market actually react positively. So because we came to a similar point of interest, that's why I'm actually looking to take this trade, because I'm expecting a trend change going forward. Expecting a trend change, plus the fact that on the monthly time frame this was a clear rally base rally level that markets rejected and gave a monthly candle, a monthly rejection candle, clear monthly rejection candle. And if this level doesn't hold, then it's basically a small risk, and I get stopped out and I get corrected quickly, and that's it. But then if it works out and the trend continues and it's quite bullish, then I would be patting myself at the back. So just a quick trade, I'll get corrected quickly if I'm wrong, and would see how it goes. But then top down analysis plus COT report. So that's part of the reason why I'm actually taking this trade. So 3 hour time frame, you would see the zone clearer, because it's not just from this daily preferred version level. There's actually a clearer, fresh level that made me interested in this. So this is what the trade is looking like. Yes, so this is what the trade is looking like, and I wish I had access to more accounts to actually place this particular trade because I actually love this USD CHF trade a lot. If it's strong, then it's strong, and I am corrected quickly and I'm out of it. But then if it goes well, high, high reward potential, basically. High reward potential. 1 to 2 weeks to reward is where that green color is. But me, I'm aiming for a 1 to 4 and even more, especially if the monthly time frame starts looking juicy going forward. If I start noticing, if the monthly time frame moves bullish, let's not forget that this particular month, August, right? This is the top of August, and if it goes beyond the top of August, yeah, 1 to 4 is above the top of August, we can still target this the top of this week for July. So that is a lot of profit potential, and including going higher, it can still go higher. That's why I actually like this trade idea a lot because it still plays into the monthly time frame, and the fact that we can still have the market get to a 1 to 8 before we have a serious stumbling block, which is this supply level here. That's high risk reward potential, basically. So we'll see how this actually plays out. We will not forget this week over week level here, but then is a level on top of level that has this other level until we get there. But for now, this is where I'm actually placing my trade for the new week. Let me bring in Campus Fund so that you see that the trades are already live. Like I've already placed them, depending on others are live. I'm waiting for them to be filled. This is my 45K account that is presently in drawdown. Well, I believe so much that I'll get out of this drawdown and I'll actually make a payout, and you guys will see it. And you guys will be proud. A lot of you that have been following this channel for a while, you'll be proud because it would encourage you to actually not give up and make make some money in this market, because this is a very hard business to do, but it's always worth it in the end. AUD card, I don't trade my no pairs though, but not looking bad at all. That's AUD card. Now, what I wanted to show you was the pending orders already. So USD CHF, you see that we already have a sell limit, because if you flip the futures, then you get the CFD. So the opposite of what the futures is looking like. I already have a pending order, $125 risk, and yeah, wait to see if we get filled. I honestly want to get filled because multiple times the market has come close to my entry and ignored it. So that's part of the reason why I have it trailing more, so that I have high probability of getting filled. You get, so that's why I'm holding this particular level and giving enough space for the market to fill me into the trade. And you see, the profit potential is quite high because even before we get to this particular level here, this is a very high risk to reward probability. But I'm not going to be that greedy. I don't know yet, but depending on how the market moves down, if the market reacts and moves down, if the market continues up, then I'll be out of the trade quickly and I'll be corrected from this level. When the market moves down in line with our analysis, then that is a very solid risk to reward potential on this, on USD card. I mean USD CHF actually, not USD card. The other trade idea we mentioned is Euro USD, and after that, we'll be looking at NZD USD. Euro USD was already very close to being filled this previous week, but then would wait very likely going to be filled this new week we are entering. Same thing, 1 to 4 weeks to reward target. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if we get that $125 risk. which is not bad at all. We'll see if we get that into the new weeks ahead. Then NZD USD. NZD USD is also the trade idea. We have two trade ideas actually. We have this sell and we also have this buy. Sketchy. But once if we get filled in this sell, then I'll be canceling this buy limit here. But then we might let me bring up the sell limit. This is what the sell limit is looking like. $123 risk sell limit and still 1 to 4 risks to reward profile. And finally, the final pair is AUD USD. And yeah, still the same thing. 1 to 3.9 actually. It's supposed to be 1 to 4. But I think there's a stumbling block before 1 to 4. Likely the reason why I have my trade at 1 to 3 point something. But we'll see. We'll see. Still weeks. Trade might still take months to even play out. We don't know for sure. But then set and forget lifestyle. I'm also starting a prop firm documentary pretty soon. And yeah, we'll see how it goes though. But this is basically everything I have for this new week. This is all I have for this new weekly outlook. I'll be updating you guys if we get any new updates, and also this present amount. This will be back to 45k hopefully soon. So any new update I'll be giving you guys, and once I get the new accounts, I'm thinking between Funded Next and Maven. I don't know which of the prop firm I would go for, but I'm feeling like I'll go with Funded Next because their news rule actually makes sense a lot. Because for Maven, I talked with the customer care and they're saying if my trade hits TP during a news event, I'll be penalized, and I don't actually like the sound of that. So I'll be going for Funded Next, and I'll be giving you guys more update on how I'm going about this particular prop firm challenge, because the goal from prop firm is not actually having the biggest account, it's actually making money from the market, maximizing your potential of making money from the market. And we'll see how it goes, but I'll be updating you guys on this experiment I'm planning to run pretty soon. And that's really all for now. Stay safe. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. This is also your first time. This is All Stars Aligned Trading. Stay blessed.